All data store queries are performed using indexes, and knowing how they work is important when you design and build your applications. If you have worked with a relational database management system and SQL, you should be aware that those indexes are not the same as data store indexes. Indexes in RDBMS are a query optimization used to retrieve your results faster, while indexes in data store are in fact required to perform a query on that data at all. So if you want to query for data store data, there has to be an index for that data. Be sure to remember this. So let's look at data store indexes by going back to conferences and look at what happens when we perform a search on the property city. In fact, let's even talk about what happens before the query. When storing entities, data store also updates index tables, which are later used to find entities when a query is made. These index tables consist of an index value that maps to a matching entity key. Taking the city Berlin as an example, the index value would be constructed using the kind, conference, then the property, city, and finally the value of the property, Berlin. Here are the index values for the cities Halloween, London, and Paris. So again, the index value is a combination of the kind, property, and value of the property. Each index value then points to the entity key where the value resides. So a matching entity where city is Berlin has the following key, and one with London has the following key, and so on. So let's say your favorite city is Paris, and you would like to get all conferences that are in Paris. Then data store would look at the index table where city is Paris and find all matching entity keys. Since data store require index tables to perform queries, every property that you query for will need an index table. By default, data store creates these automatically, but we will also see how you can control this later on.